Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's show. I'm your host, Chakree Matayanant, and we've got an incredible night lined up for you. Our special guest writer, Joao Nasita, has cooked up some material that's not only going to make you laugh, but also make you think. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be engaged, informed, and maybe even a little inspired. Now, let's dive right into it, shall we? Now, let's talk about Scottie Scheffler, folks. Ever heard of him? Yeah, he's that PGA golfer who decided that traffic laws and police officers are just, minor suggestions. I mean, come on. Who hasn't been there, right? You're on your way to the golf course, there's a police barricade in your way, and your first thought is, I could definitely just drive around this. Now, for those of you who missed it, Scheffler was arrested for trying to bypass police barricade after a tragic accident at the PGA Championships. But what did he do when the police told him to stop? Well, he ignored him, of course. I mean, because why wouldn't you when you're the world's number one golfer with a net worth of up to $100 million, huh? Oh, but here's the kicker. The officer got dragged 10 yards by this car. Yeah, dragged 10 yards. I mean, talk about taking someone for a ride. Now, let me paint you a slightly different picture here. Now, imagine if Scheffler was black. If you can't imagine, let me help you then. He'd be in a Louisville jail right now, waiting for his arraignment. Possibly sharing a cell with some very angry guys who do not play golf, and probably like to play dress up with him, if you know what I mean. But no, not Scheffler. Scheffler got the VIP treatment. A sandwich in his holding cell, and a little time just to stretch. I mean, who doesn't need to stay limber for their tea time, right? In America, we have this thing called white privilege. It's like the ultimate cheat code in life, the literal get-out-of-jail-free card. I mean, you can get all kinds of shenanigans and come out the other side smelling like a rose. Just ask Scottie. He was booked on charges that sound like a nightmare for anyone else. I mean, let's take a look at the list here. Reckless driving, disregarding police signals, third-degree criminal mischief, and second-degree assault of a police officer. I mean, if I had a rap sheet like that, my mom would probably disown me and Dad would probably change his last name. But Scheffler? Nah. No, not him. He's just out there signing autographs, hitting the birdies, and cracking jokes at the press conferences. Meanwhile, the rest of us are wondering if we can get a lawyer before we end up in an orange jumpsuit just for jaywalking. And speaking of jumpsuits, Scheffler even joked about his time in the Slammer. Said he enjoyed a sandwich, did some stretches. The usual. It's just a regular Friday night. But come on, let's be real, folks. If I got arrested, I would be way too busy just praying and crying to think about food or flexibility. But hey, maybe that's why I'm not the number one golfer in the world. And you know what? Let's talk about how he was able to compartmentalize and play well despite what he had been through. Broadcasters actually praised him for this. It's like they were saying, oh, look how well he plays golf after almost running over a cop. I don't know about you, but I don't think that's exactly something to be proud of. And, well, here's the sad part. If it were a black man, not even named Tiger Woods, do you think he'd get the same treatment? Absolutely not. In the same city where Breonna Taylor was tragically killed in her own home, a white man drags a cop with his car and gets released with a sandwich and a pat on the back. Lady Justice is playing favorites, isn't she? So, what's the lesson here, folks? Well, for one, I guess if you're white and rich, life is just a little bit easier for you. You get more second chances, more understanding, and apparently more sandwiches. For the rest of us, it's a reminder of how far we still have to go in this country to achieve real equality. But hey, let's not get too down with this. Instead, let's use this as motivation. Let's strive for a world where everyone is treated equally, where justice isn't just for the privileged, and where we can all get the same opportunities no matter the color of our skin or the size of our bank account. All right, folks. Well, it was a short one, but that's our show for tonight. Now remember, laughter is a powerful tool, but so is awareness and action. Let's take these lessons to heart and work towards a better, fairer world. Thanks to Joanne Nasita for the incredible material, and thanks to all of you for being an amazing audience. Until next time, I'm Chakree Matayanant. Good night and stay safe.